Go on, lad. That was good. Good start. Right. Getting back somewhere. Prepared a bit of a speech. We all made Jules. Some call him Jules. His mum calls him Julian when she's angry. And Sammy calls him me Julie. I can't believe we're 28 now. Well, I'm 28, he's 27, he's a little bit younger, you know, a bit of a nipper. But I can't believe we've known each other for 24 years, what am I reckoning? And, well, they say time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? But it flies even when you're not sometimes. But, yeah, known him for 24 years, we reckon. He's the first person I've known, well, I remember when he turned up to school, the first person who had a major injury from falling out of his tree house, which did happen to be the coolest tree house in Bemixton. Cheers, mate. But I remember going to see him in hospital and his leg exploded. So yeah, when you're a kid you don't really believe them sort of things, do you, about injuries and that, and then you actually seen him lying in bed with like a foot-long gash down his leg. We thought it was fun, well, I was jealous because he got to have months off school. But, yeah, like I said, coolest treehouse in Bemixton. I don't know if we're still standing, but
it was till recent times. It was till very recent times.
You know, the most we ever managed to make at mine is me and Dan managed to make basically a pallet hanging out of a tree. And yeah, back in them days, I think it was about 1996, we were all watching Colin McRae in the World Rally in the Subaru Impreza, which was the newest car at the time. And Jules' dad at the time, or stepdad Ian, happened to have a Subaru Impreza, so going on school trips and getting picked up from the schools, yeah, we felt pretty cool back then. 1996, like I said, it was pretty cool. So the only thing that surprises me with Julian is he didn't get an Impreza sooner. But when he did, he's gone all out on it, and yeah, could have had a house, but he got The other thing was, we made Jules a cool kid to hang out with, because he lived in a bakery. For sleepovers, when you get free pan of chocolate, sways the deal a bit. Yeah. Well, that's at that point, I'm a bit quite. I like my simple things, and yeah, plain bread's my favourite, no butter. But yeah. Another thing I remember you had was the first Y-frame suspension bike. Turns out they weren't so good in the end, but for the time they were cool. But yeah, most of your effort seemed to go into pedaling and making the bike go up and down rather than going particularly fast. But yeah, well, I suppose moving on a bit. When I was about, I don't know, 15, 16, I decided to restore a tractor. Being a bit of a farmer, Jules decided to restore a motorbike. It was a bit cooler, I suppose. And yeah, well, I suppose moving on to today, we've both moved into the same sort of industries over time. I mean, I was an electrician for a bit and got bored of it. Jules did pretty much the same with Brian, got bored of it, decided to crawling around lofts of moving furniture, and it's not a life for me. So we've both moved into factory jobs, and we both claim the title of working at possibly the most interesting sounding factories. I work at a cardboard box factory and Jules works at a tea bag factory. My good mate Jules, the first of our group to get married, and it's a beautiful girl, Sammy. You look stunning today, it's been a brilliant day. So I'd like you all to raise a glass to Julian and Sammy.
Oh, Julian!
Good luck, Dean.
Good luck, Dino.
Where's your bag, Dean?
It's a shame that we don't have the light. Let the light.
Right, Dean.
Right, just like to say thank you for a great speech there, Ollie. Hi, I'm Dean. Wrote that down just in case I forgot.
So basically, I didn't really know where to start with this speech. So what I thought I'd do is trawl the internet for a few hours, after finding some really good car parts on eBay, then thought I'd better start writing this speech. Just to warn the parents, I'm quite nervous about this. I do swear a lot normally, so I do apologise in advance. Jules and Sammy have asked me to keep this very clean, so there is a lot missing. Just like to say, Sammy is looking amazing, of course, which is where I think I'm going to start. Jules, you did the right thing marrying her. You could not do any better. Pull up punching, alright? Straight to Jules. Not doing it. And while you have a glass in your hand, Jules is a little bit lame at getting around. Another toast to Jules. Also, I'd like to say the bridesmaids are looking very good today, and the the mums are looking very nice as well. I had to insert it because Jules didn't do it. I can't believe that you're leaving so early tomorrow, Jules, for your honeymoon. But like always, we're going to find a potato to fill your shoes.
What?
And Sammy, I do hope your jacket is nice and flexible. We wouldn't want you not to be able to get your socks on. All right? I would say mine and Jules' close friendship started after the school years. Right then we were petrol heads, playing with RC cars at the bus park. Then we moved on to bikes. Being that Jules was a little bit older in the group, he had a slightly larger bike. The only good thing I could say about it was a Junlin. Other than that, it was a cheap Chinese piece. Then we're on to four wheels. Jules turns up in his new Mini, which can only be described as a granny spec, unmolested Mini. Right? Telling me and Ollie how it is a limited edition. Just like to add, limited edition. I did a little bit of homework on this. In the late 80s, there were quite a few Mini limited editions. I'll give you a couple. Mini City, Mini Mayfair, Red Hot, Jet Black, 30th Anniversary, Brits, Chelsea, Piccadilly, Advantage, Park Lane, Rose, Flame Red, and Checkmate. But Jules was adamant his was the most limited. Right. This vehicle then went through some radical changes. So he had D&D players, wide wheels, several wide arches, rusty bonnet, had to be low, finally painted in his mum's back garden. The thing that sticks out most in my mind, me and Ollie were sat there, you just curbed the wheel. A pain I know, living with me, mate. We're sat there, it's about 10 o'clock at night, and Jules is a bit genie, and he's like, oh, we just curbed the wheel. We're like, me and Ollie like, it's done, what can we do? So Jules has to go home that night and try and sand out the little scratch on it. It was at this point me and Ollie realised he was going to be very fussy about his cars. Then we moved on to some pit bikes. Obviously the boys are going to remember. My highlight has to be Arnie, you doing the front flip on that mount. And Matt somehow managed to turn completely 90 degrees in a straight track. Alright? I don't think you were there that day, Jules.
I was there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if potato filled your boots that day or not. Okay. And right now, the real love in Jules' life, if he could have married an inanimate object, I think he would have. Subo. Alright? Okay, Subi. Subi again turns up. Standard car. This one, though, is a lower spec, higher spec look-alike. But don't worry, Jules already has a list as long as his arm of why this is better. He didn't want to tell anyone he had an STI. But this list is only half the size of what he has planned to. Jules had yeah. Yeah, it's cool, right. Jules hadn't long had the car. We're at Castle Combe, and I managed to persuade him. Right? I've got to say, it's the most scared and slowest I've ever been around Castle Combe. I do understand, it cost him a lot of money, and we're in the briefing. Marshall, he said, what car are you driving? Got the Pretzer. Go careful, they have brake fade really bad. Jules is like, oh, I think I feel the brakes going. I'm thinking, I'm sure you can't, because we've just had a Citroen Xara go. At this point, I'm like, to go along with it. 3 days later, post on Facebook, I have massive Porsche brakes on the front of my Scooby. There was no chance of brake failures. It was at this point we realised it was no longer a race car, it was a show car. So adding dynamat and woodwork in the boot, picture frames restricting the airflow to the intercooler, it was definitely a show car. Okay, we'll move on to the show car builds. So Jules again, it needs to be low so you get some coilovers. Then it's rims, spoilers on top of spoilers, until they got pissed off picking up spoilers. What does every flat cap wearing gangster who watches way too much Pimp My Ride? Yo dog, you need some air rides. Long story short, should have gone rear wheel drive, had no life, built car, listened to Dean, removed spoiler, one less car and show. Getting there, sorry.
Okay.
A lot to talk about. The stag do. We went to Bristol.
Oh, are you sure?
No.
That was it. Yeah. It's a clean version. It's already been deleted. I would like to congratulate Kev for obviously winning out of the fastest A group. Round of applause to Kev. Tall chap, good looking. And also, while on the congratulations, I'd like to congratulate Julian, because you got a first place in the Losers Cup. Effectively ninth. Also, sorry Tucker, if you ever find yourself at a cheese bar, Mike Tucker knows
Mike Tucker knows that.
Terrible moves. Terrible moves. But very
Really? Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I've got to say, Julian has always been one to suggest getting undressed in front of men. So, when he told me he had a job in teabagging, I was a bit surprised.
What's the direction to
I've also spoken to a few of Jules' work colleagues who tell me his nickname at work is the God. He makes his own rules, and if he does any work, it's a bloody miracle. Right, last bit now. There are family members on the Gambia side that probably haven't known Jules much, and there's a very high chance he will use certain words. Okay? Rats. Okay? This does not mean a radiator. It's just like what you have. Stoked. Right? This does not mean he's making a fire better. It's usually describing some sort of snowballing. Right? There's probably going to be a lot of stoking coming on when he gets back, alright? Sick. He may be a little bit white in the face, but normally it's used. This is just he's a little bit more excited than rats. Other words he may use are gnarly, ballin', our favourite rancid. But if he's really excited, he inserts the word man. I'll give you an example. Man, that is sick. So basically, last bit now, guys. Me and Mimi have done a little present for you guys. We're hoping that you are so totally man sick, rancid, gnarly for this balling gift. Ooh.
Are you alright? Open it up.
Yeah?
Aww. I don't think it's a kitten, mate. We just put that back there. We've got the air holes.
How on earth? Have you done that?
Nice shout.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
So, we're wishing you all the best on your honeymoon, guys. Hope I'm still allowed to stay.
Wow!
Yeah!
Hey!
So you drink. Why did she sound like Mr. Hank? Haley.
Yeah.
Who's missing? That's good.